Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Buenos días, buenas tardes y buenas noches. Siempre es un gran momento para aprender español con Profesor Pablo y learn Spanish fast with Profesor Pablo. We continue on our journey through the present tense. This is part 7 of 8. We're still looking at stem changing verbs. This time we're talking about the E changing to I. We've already had E changing to IE. We've had O changing to UE. And now we have E changing to I. ¿Cuándo pasa? When does it happen? Da-da-da, that's right. ABN, all but the nosotros. Here is, we always have an example verb, right? Pedir is to ask for a favor, right? To ask for someone to do something, to ask for something, ask for money, ask for a favor, ask for food, ask for something to drink. Pedir. Preguntar is to ask a question. Pedir is to ask for something. It goes like this. The E is going to change to I in all but the nosotros. Look. Pido, pides, pide, and piden. The we form, pedimos, we ask, is with an E. It does not stem change. Remember the stem of the verb, anything that is not the verb ending or the infinitive ending backwards, that's the stem. Okay? Stem changing means that something happens in the stem. And what's happening is the E of pedir is changing to an I in 4 of the 5 conjugations, all but nosotros, ABN. Here's another verb, seguir. Seguir means to continue, to carry on. Siga, siga, continue, continue, go on. Well, seguir, you see this little U here? The G is a funny little guy. We're going to learn this about the G right now. When we did the alphabet, remember the alphabet way back when, our first lesson? A, B, C, Ch, D, E, F, He. G, we call it He. H, I, J, K, L, E, M, N, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. But let's get back to the G. The G is soft in front of an I or an E. This is pronounced he, and this is pronounced hey, like the English H. It would be like he and hey. The H sound. He, hey. Now, the J in Spanish, if I were to put a J here, it would be he, hey. I just put an H here like in, it's the G is pronounced like the English H when you say he, hey in Spanish. Like the word gente for people, gente has that H sound in English. The G, when it's followed by an A or a U, is hard. Ga, go, gu. A G with an I or an E after it is soft. He, hey. A G with an A, O, or U after it is hard. Ga, go, gu. Now the verb, when we say seguir, g, I'm making a hard G sound. But the only way you can make this hard G sound is you have to insert the U between the G and the I to make it a hard sound. So if I want the GI to sound like gi, I've got to make it UI. I have to insert a U in between the G and the I. If I want the GE to sound like hey, I leave it alone. If I want it to sound like gay, I have to put a U in there, a UE. So we have the UI and the UE here with this little arrow pointing back to the hard G. If you want a hard G sound with an I or an E, you have to put the U in between the G and the I or the G and the E. That's why here there is no U when we say sigo, which means I follow or I continue. Yo te sigo a la casa. I will follow you home. Te sigo a la casa. Okay? Tú vas primero, you go first. Yo sigo, I follow. Sigo, there's no U because the G is followed by an O and the verb is the hard G sound. Even though it's spelled with an I here, the U is in the middle to make it hard. Seguir, g. It's a hard G sound. Sigo, go. Sigo. there's no need for a U. If we put a U there, it'd be seguo, seguo. That's not going to work, sigo. But look what happens. The rest of the way, we have to put a U in. Why? Because the verb is a hard G. Hard G. Seguir. G. Not like the H sound. So, sigo, no U, but sigues has the U. Sigue has the U. Seguimos has the U. And siguen has the U. Okay? There aren't many verbs like this. We have two other verbs. Conseguir means to get, and perseguir means to pursue or to chase, like a car pursuit, right? Okay, so conseguir and perseguir are done just like seguir, except they have the con in front or the PER for perseguir. Pedir, we don't have to do anything with a U. Pido, pides, pide, pedimos, piden, straightforward. Seguir, it's a special guy, right? It's a special guy and you have to learn him. Just like we learned the verb ir, to go, voy, vas, va, vamos, van. Seguir, it's sigo, sigue, sigue, seguimos, siguen. Gay, how do you spell gay in Spanish? G-U-E, G-U-E, G-U-E. Sigues, sigue, siguen. And this one here we know, again, the E changes to I. We see the I here in all forms except the nosotros. In the nosotros, we follow, seguimos. It doesn't change. Okay? Now let's take a look at conseguir and perseguir. Conseguir is, if I want to say I get the tickets, I'd say yo consigo los boletos. Yo consigo los boletos. We get the tickets would be conseguimos. Conseguimos los boletos. The girls get their own tickets. Las muchachas, okay, we're going to change that E to I, and then we're going to add the U-E-N. Las muchachas consiguen sus propios boletos, their own tickets. Perseguir, the police pursues the criminal. La policía we got to change the E to I. Persigue, just put a P-E-R in front. La policía persigue al criminal. We pursue, we chase, perseguimos. Cats chase dogs, or dogs chase cats. Los perros persiguen a los gatos, or los gatos persiguen a los perros. Okay? Seguir, special little guy. Sigo, sigue, sigue, seguimos, siguen. They all go E to I except for the we form. E to I, all but nosotros. Conseguir and perseguir are done just like seguir. Put the C-O-N in front. Conseguir, put the P-E-R in front. Perseguir. Okay? The verb seguir will come up all the time in daily conversation. You're going to hear seguir all the time. Síguele, síguele, síguele. Stay on it, stay on it, stay on it. I remember watching boxing fights, Friday night fights, down in the Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles. There's a guy in the crowd with a bellowing voice, and he would always say, síguele, 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 síguele. Stay on him, stay on him, stay on him, stay on him, stay on him. Síguele, like follow him. Síguele, síguele. You'll hear that a lot. No, siga usted primero. Nice polite thing. You go first, ma'am. Siga usted. Siga usted primero. When you're waiting in line, and in English we say, next, next. In Spanish they say, el que sigue, he who is next, or if it were all ladies, la que sigue. There you go. El que sigue, next. El que sigue, next. There it is, right there, sigue. Now, repetir and servir, straight, regular verbs, except we have the SC, the stem change. The E changes to I in all but nosotros. Repetir is to repeat. I repeat, repito. You repeat, repites. She repeats, repite. We repeat, it doesn't change. Repetimos. They repeat, repiten. So the E changes to I in all but the nosotros. Servir is to serve. Yo sirvo, S-I-R-V-O, sirvo. You serve, sirves. He or she serves, sirve. We serve, servimos. It doesn't stem change. Servimos, and they serve, sirven, sirven. Now, reírse, vestirse, and sonreírse all are reflexive. That's why they're indicated in green. Remember, our reflexive pronouns are me, te, se, and nos. Let's start off here. Let's start off with reírse, to laugh. You see the asterisk? You see the asterisk after sonreírse, which means to smile. And you see the asterisk here. And you see an I with an accent mark on all. When you spell out reírse, sonreírse, in all of their 5 forms for each of those 2 verbs, they all have an accent mark on the I, and the reason is to break up the diphthong so that the E and the I, or the I and the E, whatever it may be, doesn't take 2 vowels and form 1 sound. It has 2 vowels and it forms 2 distinct sounds. So let's try it out. If I want to say I laugh, like I laugh a lot, I got to get my pronoun for I, which would be me. I'm taking the IR off. That leaves RE. I got to change that E to I, don't I? All but the nosotros. So I'm changing it to I, and I'm going to add O, me río. Now the word río also means river, R-I-V-O, with an accent on the I. You want to say me río, there's an accent on that I to break up the diphthong. I laugh. How about you laugh? Well, it's reflexive. So we're going to take the te, it's going to end in ES, no U. Take the IR off, it leaves RE. We're going to add RE. We're going to change the E to I and add ES. Te ríes. There's an accent on the I to break up the diphthong. Me río, I laugh. Te ríes, R-I-E-S, with an accent on the I. You laugh. How about for he or she laughs? Okay, we're going to take the pronoun se. We're going to get rid of all of this. Keep the R-E, change the E to I, and we're going to add E. Se ríe, R-I-E, with an accent on the I. Me río, I laugh. Te ríes, you laugh. Se ríe, she laughs. Now I want to say we laugh. We got to get the we pronoun, which is nos. Now what are we going to do? We're going to get rid of the se. We replaced it with nos. We're going to get rid of the IR and just add imos, because we don't change the E to I in the nosotros. So we're going to take the RE and add imos, reímos. But we got to put an accent mark on the I so that so that the EI doesn't form 1 sound, reímos. It maintains the 2 sounds, reímos, reímos. So there's an accent on the I in the we form. I want to say they laugh. We're going to take say. We're going to take the RE. We're going to change the E to I. So we've got RI, and we're going to add our EN ending. Se ríen, accent on the I. So there it is, to laugh. Me río, te ríes, se ríe, nos reímos, and se ríen. That's why there's an accent mark. There is a reason for everything in Spanish, and I will explain them to you. We're not going to hide anything. Our next verb, sonreírse, to smile. It's done just like reírse, just like we did, except put an S-O-N in front. So I smile, me sonrío, accent on the I. You smile, te sonríes, R-I-E-S, accent on the I. She or he smiles, se son, change that to an I, se sonríe, with an E. S-O-N-R-I-E, accent on the I. Nos, right here, nos, sonreímos, put that accent on the I to break up the diphthong. Nos sonreímos. And finally, they smile, smile, they smile, se sonríen. Me sonrío, I smile. Te sonríes, you smile. Se sonríe, he or she smiles. Usted, you smile. It smiles. Nos sonreímos, we smile. And se sonríen, they smile. Okay? And our last verb is vestirse, which means to get dressed. Vestirse. It's reflexive. So if I want to say I get dressed, remember, the E is going to change to I in all but nosotros. A-B-N, right? All but nosotros. So if I want to say I get dressed, me visto, V-I-S-T-O, me visto. You get dressed, te vistes, E to I. She or he gets dressed, se viste, V-I-S-T-E. We get dressed would be nos vestimos. Leave the E in and it's going to end in IMOS. There are no accent marks. Nos vestimos. And they get dressed would be se, same thing, se. Change the E to I, V-I-S-T, and then we're going to add the E-N. Se visten, they get dressed. Vestir can be used without the se, and that's like you're going to dress the kids. Like mom says or dad says, voy a vestir a los niños. Voy a vestir a los niños. Okay? So let's take a look at what we have here. This is part 7 of 8, only one more to go. These are the quirky little things, but they're going to reappear. And again, I told you, this is the platform. This is our basis. This is our foundation from which we will go up and away with our Spanish-speaking skills. Okay, these are stem-changing verbs. That is to say, the E in the stem of all these verbs listed is going to change to I. When does it change to I? ABN, all but the nosotros. Our example to ask for, pido, pides, pide, pedimos, piden. I ask for money, pido dinero. Johnny asks for food. Johnny pide comida. We ask for help. Pedimos ayuda. We ask for help. Pedimos ayuda. They're not asking for anything. No piden nada. No piden nada. I'm not asking for anything. No pido nada. No pido nada. Seguir. Yo te sigo. I will follow you. Yo te sigo. Yo te follow. I will follow you. You follow me. Tú me sigues. Tú me sigues. We follow them. Let's take our los from our last lesson. Los, right? Standard Latin American Spanish for them. Los or las. Los seguimos a ellos. We follow them. Los seguimos a ellos. Okay? They are following us. Nos. It's the same thing. No matter what kind of pronoun, it's going to be nos for we. Nos siguen. They follow us. Nos siguen. They follow me. Me siguen. Remember, the me, the te, and the nos work for all different types of pronouns. All right, so we've done pedir. We've done seguir. We understand that they go from E to I and all but nosotros. Let's take a look at the G again. The G, when it's followed by an I or an E, is kind of pronounced like the H sound. It's like he, hey. He, like the name Gilbert. We say Gilbert. In Spanish, it's not Gilberto, it's Gilberto. Gil. G-I-L is Gil, Gilberto, Gilberto, right? Okay. G-E, the word for people, gente. G-E-N-T-E, gente, gente. It's the soft G. You want to get a hard G? If you follow it straight with an A, O, or U, ga, go, gu. That's the hard G. He, hey, ga, go, gu. If you want a G-I or a G-E, and you want a hard G sound, you've got to stick that U in between. G-U-I is gi, G-U-E is gay. And we see a lot of gay right here. Gays, gay, gimos, and gin. And the infinitive is seguir. If we didn't have a U there, it would be pronounced seguir. Seguir. Doesn't make any sense. There is no such thing as seguir. Seguir, seguir. So the infinitive has a G, a hard G sound, so we got to maintain that toughness. We got to stay hard all the way. Sigo, sigue, sigue, seguimos, and siguen. All right, bam, bam, bam. We've taken care of seguir. We understand the soft G and the hard G. How do you make a soft G hard? Stick a U in the middle of it. That's how you do it. Okay, no miracles here. All right, now, what do we know about reírse? To laugh, and sonreírse, to smile. When you conjugate them out, all five forms are going to have an accent mark on the I. Why? Just because? It's like something fell down out of the sky and landed on the I? No. Because otherwise, those two vowels together will merge together and form one sound. We don't want one sound. We want two separate sounds. That's why we put an accent on the I. Again, I laugh, me río. I smile, me sonrío. We laugh, nos reímos, and we smile, nos sonreímos. There you go. Vestirse, me visto, vi, we know how to do that. Conseguir is done just like seguir and perseguir. What do they mean? To get. And this is to chase or to pursue. And pedir is to ask for something. Okay, that's part 7 of 8. These are the stem changing E to I. And our last part 8 is coming up really soon. And we're just going to throw the rest of the stuff that's in the kitchen sink up on the board and take care of it with one more lesson about the present tense. All right, thank you very much. I so appreciate all of you watching these lessons. Please spread the word. These lessons are free, and it's Learn Spanish Fast with Profesor Pablo. We know the tips, we know the tricks, and we're teaching you how to be communicative right off the bat. Every time we go to the big board, we're learning new ways of communicating in Spanish. Okay? We know era plus infinitive. For example, let's transfer knowledge, prior learned knowledge. I'm going to follow you home. We're going to go in the infinitive. Okay, so we're going to take te. You, I am going to follow home. It would be te voy, we know I am going. Te voy a seguir a la casa. Te voy a seguir a la casa. I'm going to ask you a favor. Te voy a pedir un favor. I'm going to get you a ticket. Te voy a conseguir un boleto. Okay? I'm going to repeat it for you. Now we're going to put a lo in there. Te lo. The lo is it. Te lo voy a repetir. I'm going to serve it to you. Te lo voy a servir. Quédate sentado. Stay seated. Quédate sentado. Te lo voy a servir. That era plus infinitive is, like I say, there are monster verbs. That is powerful. Powerful. Okay? I'm going to repeat it for you. Te lo voy a repetir una vez más, one more time. Okay, there we go. So much for part 7. Okay, thank you again. Keep those comments coming. See you soon. Gracias. Bye.